This is another not-so-recent incident, but something we didn't get a chance to cover at the time that is most definitely a story worth telling. So, the bizarre incident occurred in September 2024 on a Sri Lankan Airlines flight from Sydney to Colombo. Apparently, the captain locked the first officer out of the cockpit. We take a look at the details for today's video. On the rare occasion when two pilots operating an aircraft do not get along, they are still expected to remain professional throughout the duration of the flight for the safety of the aircraft and those on board. However, that was not the case on Sri Lankan Airlines flight UL 607 from Sydney to Colombo in late 2024. The A330-300 took off without incident and continued on its 10-plus hour journey to Colombo. However, soon enough, there were some tense moments during the service. The first officer decided to take a toilet break, and according to protocols, a cabin crew member needed to be in the cockpit to accompany the pilot flying. But in the brief moment when the first officer was waiting to enter the lavatory and waiting for a cabin crew member to enter the cockpit, the captain locked the door, becoming the only person on the flight deck. While the exact nature of the disagreement between the two pilots is not known, the captain was clearly angry enough to take this extremely unprofessional step to lock his co-pilot out. According to Economy Next, senior cabin crew members had to persuade the captain via the communication link to let the first officer in, but not before the whole thing created some tense moments during the flight. Thankfully, the aircraft landed safely in Colombo with no harm done to either the aircraft or anyone on board. But this was a major breach of protocol, and the first officer lodged a formal complaint upon landing. The carrier then grounded the captain and released the following statement. Sri Lankan Airlines confirms that an investigation is currently underway in accordance with civil aviation regulations regarding the incident on flight UL 607 from Sydney to Colombo on 21 September 2024. The airline is fully cooperating with the relevant authorities, and the captain has been grounded pending the outcome of the investigation. Safety and compliance with all regulatory requirements remain Sri Lankan Airlines' top priorities. As many of you will already be aware by now, cockpit rules changed drastically after the 2001 attacks. The Germanwings crash in 2015, where a mentally disturbed pilot deliberately flew an Airbus A320 into the ground after locking the captain out, was pivotal in bringing about changes to rules and the requirement to have at least two people in the cockpit at all times. A more recent incident which saw a Lufthansa first officer have a seizure while his colleague was in the lavatory is another strong reminder that there should always be two people in the cockpit. But what do you think of this September 2024 incident? Let us know by leaving a comment. In addition to our daily YouTube videos, Simple Flying publishes over 150 articles every week. If you're looking for the latest aviation news and insights, visit simpleflying.com.